Big changes afoot for General Electric. The 125-year-old American staple is considering a breakup after announcing more than $11 billion in charges from its core insurance portfolio and U.S. taxes. GE shares have fallen 40% just in the last year. Joining me this morning is former Chrysler CEO, former Home Depot CEO, Bob Nardelli, and more importantly, the reason that we want you to talk about it, Bob Nardelli, is that you were a longtime executive at General Electric. You worked there 30 years in virtually every business: appliance, transportation, GE Capital, lighting, power generation.
Yeah, it was a great experience, Maria. I was blessed to be able to have that opportunity coming out of college to start working at General Electric, and then certainly the opportunity to work closely with Jack Welch, and his mentorship and leadership skills was invaluable to me going forward.
So from all that you know and about this company, this was your heart for so many years.
Yeah.
How do you see it? What happened at GE?
Well, it's heartbreaking for not only me, but I've got hundreds of emails from my colleagues about what's happening at GE today, because it's beyond anything we would have predicted. Early on you had Tesla, Westinghouse, and GE all competing. Tesla went by the boards, Westinghouse has gone by the boards, and you just hope like heck that GE doesn't go by the boards here. And I think a lot of things have happened here. It's this perfect storm. John steps in. He's got a Herculean challenge, and what compounds his challenge is he's playing in the Super Bowl with an entirely new team, new CFO, new person in charge of GE Power Systems, new person in charge of transportation. You just go right down, new person in charge of corporate research and development. So their learning curve for these new CEOs has to be like measured in seconds, not minutes, because the business will only be as effective as the leader driving the initiatives, am I right, that have to take this on. I mean, if you think about, Flannery had said, we're going to take $1 billion out of GE Power Systems. Well, that had to start day one. Maria, as you know, if you wait until the third quarter to start actually getting impact, then you got to get $2 billion out to really ring the register at the end of the day. So, I don't know how they're organized to really address running the business day to day and then really focused on getting the cost out, getting the productivity. You don't hear anything in the dialogue today about the industrial internet, where billions of dollars were spent as opposed to spending it on product innovation in the core businesses. So capital allocation, John's got a big challenge now with cash generation. I would think he would do an inventory of every non-earning asset in that company. And I know it'll take a paper hit on earnings per share, but he ought to be selling those things as quickly as he could. Idle factories, idle equipment, whatever is not earning out there, he ought to be monetizing to get cash, because he's got huge debt, bigger than the revenue. He's got an unfunded pension, 50%. He's got a dividend that he's committed to now at half. Maybe he should have taken it all out to really try to bring this thing together.
Wow. By the way, this is really about leadership, and I have to call out the elephant in the room, Bob. You were one of those people that could have gotten the job. There were three people. Jack Welch at the time wanted to do down to three people, and it was you, McNerney, and Jeff Immelt.
Yes. Yeah.
He gave it to Jeff Immelt.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I'm not going to, I don't know that I would.
You should have gotten the job, let's face it.
You're kind to say that. I don't know that, I would have
I'm
done.
sorry, I have to call it as I see it. Mary, you wanted to ask a question.
No, sorry, Lindsay.
Oh,
so as you mentioned, all these, the old guard is gone. There's new people in there. I know a lot of people have been there for many years.
Yes.
John's at the helm. Who is guiding him? If you look at the board, as you've mentioned in the past, there's not one person on that board with industrial experience. Yeah. How does he know that these are the right decisions to make?
Well, it's interesting you say that. I've always said you can't point the finger just at Jeff. I think you got to look at the board who allowed this to happen over, 16, 17 years. And you're right, Lindsay. I mean, I would have, when Jack was there, we had real industrialists like Roger Penske on the board, right? And when you think about that, if you look at the people that have left after Jack, like I said, Dave Calhoun, right? Scott Donnelly, Jim McNerney, the names that you have mentioned, these are long-stead, very, very talented leaders who understood the culture, who had a passion and a commitment to improve upon everything they did personally and everything that they were running in the business. So the board is probably going to get reconfigured, right? You've always seen some people step off because their boards have told those CEOs get off. And you got Ed Garden on there now, who's finally on the board from the fund.
Trian.
From Trian, yeah. Exactly. And so Ed's got a big job to do in reconfiguring that board to bring people on that have the speed, the passion, the commitment. Because these changes, if you think about the charge you mentioned, I mean, you got to be thinking about not only running a business, but, the old black swan thing. What could happen and how do we prevent? How could you be surprised, you with me, with a charge like that after, John spent 6 months and probably went through every business? How could one be surprised with that kind of thing? Bornstein was the CFO, and he came out of GE Capital.
It's interesting because initially, when GE really was on its knees in the financial crisis, I think the stock went down to $4.
Yes.
$4. Amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
It was at 59 3/4 when I was there at CNBC, and GE was the parent company. At that time, Jeff Immelt pulled in Nelson Peltz.
Yes.
For financial support. Nelson Peltz gets in there, and Nelson Peltz decides, this assets need to be sold, and maybe Jeff Immelt needs to go.
Well, I don't know. Again, looking back now, did they sell it to generate enough cash to cover the dividend? I don't know. I think what we have to look for now is, will John be able to deliver on the cost out? If you look at the businesses that are left, Maria, you really calibrate them based upon the bookings, because these are all long cycle businesses. Mm-hmm. I know when we were running transportation, you mentioned, when I went in there, we were doing 250 locomotives a year. When we left, we were doing 800 locomotives a year. When we went into power systems, we were doing 30 turbines a year. We went out at 300 turbines a year. And so you need to be able to enhance the core, extend the business, and then expand your market. And now when you have this crisis on top of the normal challenge of running your business, the level of complexity and challenge is Herculean for John and the team.
You sold all your stock.
I did. I kept it for a long time. I voted with my heart for a long time, and I voted with my head.
Before you go, Bob, we want to get your take on some of the news of the day. We really appreciate your thoughts on GE because your opinion matters here. And
well,
so we appreciate
I'm pulling
because
for
you're an informed.
I love the company.
I know you do. I know you do. Apple, this big news, planning to invest $350 billion to jolt the U.S. economy in a 5-year investment plan, creating 20,000 jobs, making that one-time tax payment of $38 billion on overseas cash.
Hard to argue with facts about what's happened during this administration versus prior administration. I think that's just, amazing and proof positive that we're headed in the right direction. Yeah. Congratulations to that team.
It's pretty incredible what you're seeing in terms of companies wanting to show the world that they're on the USA team.
I think corporate America, the CEOs, responding to the tax cut and bonuses, wage increase, reinvestment is exactly what was predicted would happen, and it is good for us.
Bob, great to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Bob Nardelli.